up, guys? How y'all doing today? Well, baby, if your name is Sean Diddy Combs or actually Kim Porter's BFF, I have some questions. I've been doing a little digging, and thank you, Mother Kitten, for being on your Scooby Doo, Nancy Drew, What It Do mess. Because remember the questions we had? If you don't know, Kim Porter's best friend posted something on Instagram last week, and it's still in my head. So, yes, we're going to talk about this. Talking about some Kim was never writing a book. This is all lies. People will do anything to clout chase. And I said, how come you didn't have anything to say about Diddy and all this stuff? And you're coming back to Kim. But then I said, this was Kim's BFF. It's not my place to say anything. But I remember looking around and being like, I could have sworn Kim was writing a book. And I did a video where I found the interview where Kim was talking about the book she was writing. And her hairstyles and a bunch of people also corroborated that there was a book they were writing. Now, we do not know if this person that is saying that they are leaking, that they're leaking the book and they're going to publish it, we do not know whether that is actually Kim's book. But the fact was, Kim was out of her own mouth 100% writing the book. And I remember thinking, like, why did Kim's BFF say that? It almost to me seemed like she was low key defending Diddy, but that can't be happening because everybody that was around Kim, whether they were a good friend or not, like even if you were the editor of Vibe and you guys were kind of cool, but not like that tight, knew that Diddy was little thrown off, very stalkerish, maybe even low key abu, and the fact that he treated Kim like trash and allegedly maybe got a little abu with her. Okay, it is what stuff is made of. And if you were really her BFF, you would have saw all that. You would have saw her going down the road of freak offs, going down the road of swinging. You would have saw all that. So I said, what is going on? Well, I did a little investigating, and I think we need to talk about some secrets and lies because maybe somebody is lying and things aren't adding up. Now, why aren't things adding up? Well, for one, people are saying that woman might be Diddy's cousin. Now, I asked around Atlanta, and they're like, that girl is not Diddy's cousin. But where did this come from? Because in 2017, she did a glowing birthday tribute to Diddy. This is the man that dogged your friend out, broke her heart, maybe even broke her nose, fist, arm, leg, whatever, and just was all around a crappy, very kind of, you listen to what the streets are saying, a bu person, right? Here's what she posted. And I want to actually think what's going on because some people say that she wants to be the one to tell Kim's story on her own time. Other people are saying the whole situation is just really, really weird. But I want to bring you the evidence I found, and I want to know, what do you believe is going on? Because I think for together we can get to the bottom of this little Scooby Doo mystery. But shout out to Mother Kitten for getting to the bottom, getting this. Okay, so where do we start? First, let's look at the evidence of why everybody thinks that woman actually is Diddy's either cousin or taking up for him like she's the cousin. Maybe it's play cousins. You know the way Black people are. Whenever somebody says, that's my cousin, they never are. Whenever somebody says, yo, that's my best friend, it's usually their cousin. You know the way we do. Anyway, right? I also believe, y'all know Tough News, right? Tough News has been on the neck of this and involved in all things Kim Porter's. He seems to actually have some connections in Atlanta. He mentioned recently that one of Kim's BSFs has a lot of loyalty to Puff, but he didn't say who the name is. A lot of people believe that actually might be Ebony. Apparently, Ebony was associated with Kim. People are saying for her contacts, and also Puff was paying her. Now, I don't know if that's true. I'm just telling you what people are saying and what Tough News has actually said. But this is why everybody thinks that that girl Ebony is actually Kim's cousin. Let me pull it out right here. Why I'm pulling it up, I do want to say, you guys, I did an amazing live with Rihanna's ex-publicist. He is a world-renowned publicist who has just as recently as a few years ago has been published in Billboard, Vibe, Huffington Post, BuzzFeed. He still has huge major clients. He is actually legit. He speaks about Diddy. He speaks about Jay-Z. He speaks about the Harvey Weinstein. He speaks about how they're all interconnected. I'm not reading from an article. This is actually him saying it in his own words, what he saw, what he's seen, what he's witnessed. If you guys like some legitimate behind the scenes tea, I go over his credentials. But at the end of the day, you don't got to believe me. You don't got to believe what he says. Please go do your own research, but make sure you stop by that live because I believe it's an important puzzle that you might just want to watch just to have context clues. And it answers a lot of questions that some of us might have had. And it's a fun time. It's a really good interview, but go ahead and check it out. Okay. So let's get back into Kim Porter's thing, right? Ebony posted in 2017 on her Instagram a tribute to Diddy on his birthday. Happy birthday to my mother freaking cousin, aka Puff, aka Puff Daddy, aka Sean, aka Puppy, aka Diddy, aka the best to ever do it in our generation. Point blank, period. You made the 90s and present exciting for so many people and created an imprint in the world never to be forgotten. May you continue to reign supreme, King Diddy. You truly deserve the title. Salute, Cuzzo. May God's abundant blessings follow you to the ends of the earth. Hashtag you did that. Hashtag King of New York. Hashtag the Combs legacy. She wrote that. Now, at this point, Kim been with that man for almost a decade. I know she's seen some things. And she did a slideshow of all her greatest times with Diddy. There was even one where Diddy got his shirt off and she looks like she's hugged up on him. It was weird in the slideshow. It was weird. And again, I'm not suggesting anything improper. I am saying that it was weirder than a mug, right? But then here's the thing. When Kim passed away, tragically enough, she actually did a birthday trip, a passing tribute to Kim, letting everybody know just how sad she was um, about Kim's passing. Let's get into that. And this is why people are like, she might just be. Some people say she's loyal to Diddy. Well, that's who Tough was talking to. I don't know anything about that. I do know that that post in 2017 where she is praising the man that dogged her best friend out. But I wasn't there. Maybe she has her reasons, but dogged her best friend out, right? Um, I know that she said cousin, so that's why people think that she is the cousin. I just think she wanted to be associated with them because Diddy is powerful, and a lot of people did, and maybe they were as close. But on May 18th in 2019, she wrote, "No one ever knows just how much you'll miss a person until they're no longer here. Grief grips you when you at least expect it and will change your entire day, your plans, your actions towards people you love, your mood, make you question if you're depressed, in your right mind. If you're tripping, makes you withdraw from everyone, etc. Grief has no time limit. It can be 5 years or 50 years. I live this every day. Even though I laugh, I make everyone else laugh. I share my good energy, tan at the beach with friends, be the life of the party. None of it matters because the grief grip comes when it wants to, and it never really leaves. Some days are just tougher than others, and I never expected this. If you notice that I've changed, I have, not because I wanted to. I just can't help it and I can't control it. Your energy has always been so strong and remains that way still." She's talking to Kim. "You were always a force to be reckoned with since the day we met. Your strength, class, heart, beauty, conviction, grace, and spirit of your grandmother, Lila Starr, because you every bit of her, are all of what makes you so very special to everyone you encountered. Because of that, we can't get you off the brain. Meemaw did an amazing job with you, and it continues to stay. I hate like hell that it had to come to this, but God knows best no matter what. One thing we are promised in life is death, and we can all say, I wish I could have done XYZ, but we are human, and we have no dog in the fight. You're tremendously missed, my sister, for life. I can't get you off my brain, even if I tried. It just won't let me. Continue to work from heaven for us, and we will forever sing your praises until our last breath. As for me, I've been gripped. I can't even say I'm mad about it. Um, or is it? I can't even say I'm mad about it. Just super sad about it. I love you so much, and I miss you even more. You have no idea, sis. Continue to rest well and be at peace in beautiful paradise. I love you." Then J.R. Henderson put "still inseparable," hashtag forever. And Ebony wrote, "J.R. Henderson, that part." So again, how do we rectify all this? You are praising Diddy as the best to ever do it, the king. When everybody knew the SC was into, and if you were that tight, you had to know too. Kim passes, and now you're gripped by grief. Now, I have heard some people say it's guilt. It's guilt because at the end of the day, everybody that was around Kim, that yeah, she was in love with Diddy, maybe she would have never left. But when you see stuff and you accept it and you smile on the face of the person who's doing it to your best friend, and you're like, oh, she all right, she can handle it, right? Sometimes the grief grip comes because maybe you don't trust the way Kim passed away. Maybe you feel guilty that you allowed it to happen because of the proximity to greatness. You got invited to all the cool parties. You were in the in crowd. Now, again, I could be misreading it. I'm just throwing you out what people have been saying. And that grief grip is because in life, you wish that you had helped Kim be strong enough to actually leave. But maybe Kim was so strong willed, she never would have left. I don't know. Again, nobody knows what Ebony's talking about except Ebony. But what do we know? We know that Kim said out her mouth she was writing a book, right? There's a manuscript floating around that may or may not be Kim's, but Kim said she was writing a book. And if she said that, then I'm sure she took notes and started writing it because Kim Porter was so strong from what I hear. She wouldn't have said she did A, B, and C and not do it. Ebony was praising Diddy in 2017. Maybe Kim kept her out of the loop of how, and this is one thing we have to think of. Maybe Diddy kept her, maybe Kim kept her out of the loop of how abusive Diddy was because she didn't want, she was trying to protect Ebony. So maybe when Ebony was posting all this stuff, even though they were best friends, that part of her life she kept away because she might have known that if she had told Ebony, Ebony would have been like, no, you leaving him. And she wasn't ready to leave. So that is maybe Ebony actually didn't know. Okay. And when Kim passed away, the grief grip, and maybe she found out about a lot. I do know, for whatever reason, that we actually just need to ask, what is going on? And I know I started saying, I think we got some questions, but the one answer we do know is they were play cousins. At one point, she was praising Diddy. So it comes into, did you know what Diddy was doing and you were still praising him? Or was Kim systematically hiding the horrors, alleged horrors, that she had lived through with Diddy from everybody? Because if she had told the people closest to her, they would have made her leave. But even the editor of Vibe was saying that they saw Diddy flipping out on Kim. Again, I'm looking into this. I'm waiting for Ebony to post again. Is it any of our business? No. But now, since she's commented, we would like to know. But at the very least, maybe when these charges come out, well, we'll know everything that we need to. Anyway, y'all, let me know what you think in the comments. I'll talk to y'all later. Bye.